Yes, say what you say. I can ground pound all day, especially laid with a pretty face, small waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Collar tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say. Oops, up off that. Yeah. Yes, up off that. Listen, I have a way that Caleb Plant can defeat Canelo Alvarez come tomorrow night. Huh? And this isn't, no, I'm being serious about this here. Caleb Plant can defeat Canelo Alvarez tomorrow night. I did some film study, a lot of film study actually. Been looking for 2 weeks, and I found it last night. How Caleb Plant can defeat Canelo Alvarez. But first, what day it is? What day it is? It's Friday. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, Lord. All right, man. Look at who we have here. Alex, what's going on with you? Victory has defeated you. What's going on with you? Oh, whoops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. Hit the Tyson bell. Look, everybody, make sure you hit the like button for a brother one time. Hit the like for me.
Hit the like. Your fingers over here be like. There's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
Huh? Ooh, let's jump right into it. Everybody's here. We got 130 people here. Everybody hit the like button. I got a whole bunch of dislikes. You got to hear me first. What the hell wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What are you disliking? Relax, okay? Your love affair with Canelo. If you love Canelo Alvarez, your love for Canelo would not waver by anything I say. Don't go crazy. Just listen to analysis, all right? If you're a huge fan of Canelo Alvarez, you can only listen to celebration for Canelo. Understand. But if you're a boxing fan, let's go through some analysis. Let's talk about things. That's a lot of dislikes to start. I know, Jesus. You got that right. Look. So I do want you guys to do this. Okay. If you're a boxing fan, listen, I want you to know this too. Also, nobody is unbeatable. Nothing in your life. Like I say, boxing is the biggest metaphor for life. There's nothing in your life that you can't do if you put your mind to it. Understand this. Everybody who disliked this video, I want you to understand this. You take the limitations off your head. There's nothing you can't do either. Okay? There is a way to win no matter what you're in. There's a way to win. And in life, especially in life, there's a way to win. Hit the Tyson bell. Everybody, if you can, get down with me one time. So, listen. We're going to start right now. Forget how many people in here. Forget the 200. All right? Listen closely. Who gave Canelo Alvarez his most difficult fights? I want you guys, let's start off with that question because I'm going to break this down, but I got to start off with this question. Who gave Canelo Alvarez gave him his most difficult fights? We already know Triple G. But what do people say? Floyd Mayweather, right? People say Laura, right? We already know Triple G. We already know what Triple G. Forget the Triple G. But we talking about when people say stylistically, Billy Joe Saunders, right? Floyd Mayweather, Laura, Billy Joe Saunders. It got a little funny with Austin Trout at the beginning, right? Hit the type before Bambi Legs. Austin Trout, Laura, Billy Joe Saunders, Floyd Mayweather. Now, what do people say Why did they give Canelo Alvarez some trouble? What do people say? Yeah, he ended up smashing them all. He beat them all except for Floyd. But what did he say? What do people say that Canelo Alvarez don't like? That Caleb Plant, this is Facts Friday, that Caleb Plant has. What do people say? Let me see. Biz, why aren't we talking about Devin versus JoJo? Because the biggest fight of the year is tomorrow. But we've talked about Devin versus JoJo already. But the biggest fight of the year is tomorrow. Weigh in tonight. So let's talk about the big fight. Fast hands, good feet. Here! Victory has defeated you all. Yes, I wonder, why would you shoot him on before throwing him for the plane? Slick fighters. Slick fighters. And I thought to myself, is that how Caleb Plant's going to beat him? No! When we look at Floyd Mayweather, when we look at Lara, when we look at Billy Joe Saunders, when we look at Austin Trout, we say, oh, they gave him trouble because they slick fighters. Wrong! We're all wrong. We're wrong. Hit the Tyson Bell. We're wrong. Let me tell you why. Floyd Money Mayweather gave Canelo Alvarez issues, not because he's a slick fighter, so to speak. It's because he's a great fighter. He beat the hell out of Canelo because he's a great fighter and he has experience. Listen to what Floyd Money Mayweather said. The night of the fight after he beat Canelo Alvarez. Listen to what he said on why he beat Canelo.
He's a tough competitor. You know, he's a real tough competitor, tough fighter. Experience. Yeah. You know, at this big stage, and making adjustments and knowing how to adapt and knowing how to catch shots and knowing how to roll with shots.
Experience. So we're right. And Floyd let us know we were right. He told us Canelo Alvarez wet behind the ears right now. He's going to be a great fighter. I beat him because I'm great right now. He's going to be a great fighter. I'm great right now. I've been in there. Experience is how I beat him. Listen to him again.
He's a tough competitor. You know, he's a real tough competitor, tough fighter. Experience. Yeah. You know, at this big stage, and making adjustments and knowing how to adapt and knowing how to catch shots and knowing how to roll with shots.
Alex, you're absolutely right. Hit the Tyson Bell. You got to hear me, Alex. You're jumping in there, but you're right. Plant has no experience. Zero. Plant has fought 4 times in 3 years. Canelo Alvarez fought 4 times in 12 months. Everybody, hit the like for Canelo Alvarez. Hit the like for him one time. Where we at? Hit it.
Hit the like. Your fingers over there be like. There's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
That's right, Billy Joe. Jim Bob III. Plant has no experience. Let me finish. That's why Floyd beat Canelo. Do you hear what I just said? When we said Floyd, Lara, Trout, and Billy Joe Saunders gave him issues, and we say it's because they're slick fighters. Wrong. Floyd beating because he has experience. Now, why did the other 3 give him issues? Why did Trout? So forget Floyd. What I'm saying is I'm excluding Floyd. We make the huge mistake of lumping Floyd with Lara, lumping Floyd with Billy Joe Saunders. Oh, they were slick fighters. Canelo doesn't like slick fighters. Wrong. That's not the issue. The reason why Floyd beat him and the reason why the other 3 gave him troubles are for 2 separate reasons. Don't lump them together. Floyd beat him because he's an all-time great fighter with experience, and Canelo was wet behind the ears. The reason why the other 3 gave him problems has nothing to do with that. Why do you think it is? Canelo learned from Floyd, and no one has been as slick as Floyd to beat him. Many tried but failed. Triple G was the closest since Floyd. 100% Tyson Bell. They frustrate him. Why? Counterpunchers. No. I figured it out. Why do they frustrate him? Let me break it down for you. Let me give you the black 2 sugars. Jab, reach. Lara Billy Joe Saunders and Austin Trout, they aren't just slick. They're slick southpaws. Good night. Good night. Hit the Tyson bell. Good night. They're slick southpaws. Good night. Hear me out. Let me tell you how I figured it out. Let me tell you how I figured it out and said, damn. Let me tell you how I figured it out. In the bank, 100%. This is how I figured it out. I looked at Danny Jacobs. I looked at the Danny Jacobs fight. And I looked at the early rounds when Canelo Alvarez was whooping his ass. Okay? And this is what I saw. Look at him. Orthodox fighter. Shooting a jab. Look at how poised Canelo is. Making a miss. He got jab. He got reach. He got size. Look at what Canelo doing. Making him look like a damn fool. Look at it. Whoop. Whoop. Bow. Making him look like a damn orthodox. Whoop. 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 Canelo making him look like a damn fool. Whoop. Bam. Whoop. Orthodox. Early rounds. Whoop. 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 Making him look like a damn fool. Bam. 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 Now, what happened in the 5th, 6th, 7th rounds? Why did the fight get closer? All of a sudden, Danny Jacobs was looking pretty damn good, wasn't he? Let me show you the fight. Let me show you why. He switched to southpaw. Bam. He's not doing all the stuff. Bam, bam. He's not doing all the stuff he was doing. All of a sudden, he got success. Bam. Left right down the pipe. Wait a minute. All of a sudden, there's some success here. Why isn't Canelo looking like Floyd Mayweather? Bam, bam. Left landed. What's going on? He's at bay now. Wait a second. He's not landing the shots he was landing before. Bam. Swim without getting wet. Wait a second. He's back at southpaw. Bam. Bam. Right just landed. Bam. Jab. Why does he have success now? Why does he have success now? You want to see some more? Let me show you some more. Southpaw. Bam. Boom. Wait a bam. Left landed flush. He said, yeah, give me some more. Bam. Why does he have success? It's in the 7th. Why does he have success now? Jab. Feint. Canelo's going for it. Boom. Then he's going to open up like a, bam, open up a can of whoop ass. Bam, bam. Right? Huh? Huh? Bam. Jab to the stomach. He got him at bay. Why is Canelo Alvarez stymied now? Height, reach, slickness, check, check, check. Southpaw. But Floyd won every round and Kovalev was outboxing him till the questionable KO punch out of nowhere. To me, it was weird anyway. Well, no, it was a real knockout. Southpaw. Caleb Plant. Fast hands. 6'1". He switched sometimes. Here's how Caleb Plant beats Canelo Alvarez tomorrow. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here's the game plan. We're only 14 minutes in. This ain't going to be a long live stream. This ain't a long podcast. This is how he beats him tomorrow. When we say that Caleb Plant is going to have success against Canelo Alvarez, not just us, but also Canelo Alvarez says he's going to have success in the early rounds. Is Canelo resume better than Floyd? All right, we'll talk about that later. He'll have success in the early rounds, right? Listen. This is how he beats him. Caleb Plant starts off orthodox. The first 3 rounds, he take 2 out of 3. He give him trouble those first 3 rounds. And before Canelo Alvarez can figure out his timing, he goes southpaw for the rest of the fight. Good night. We had it messed up. We had it all messed up. Lara gave him troubles because he was slick. No, he's a slick southpaw. Billy Joe Saunders has success. Trout has success at the beginning because they slick. No. Slick southpaws. Is Tank really better than prime AB? AB went 147. Right now, no. But let's talk about the topic. Please stay on topic. Please, if y'all can. I know how it gets, man. But please, if y'all can. If Victor has defeated you, oh yes, I wonder why will you shoot him out before throwing it for the plate? There would be no filling out process in this fight. Round 1 will pick up where the press conference left off. Canelo in 3. I hear you. Let me see what you have to say. There was somebody else right here. There was somebody else after you. That ADD is difficult. I understand. Agreed. That's why I said he will never fight Andre, tall, slick southpaw. Want it. Then Nello goes south too. Oof. What? No, no, that's not going to happen. Listen, strategy sounds good, but is his chin worthy? I don't know. Listen to what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying Caleb Plant will beat Canelo. I'm saying as a game plan, this is how. Now, Canelo beat those slick southpaws. He broke Billy Joe Saunders' orbital bone. Okay. He ended up giving Trout Bambi legs, and he body snatched Lara. All right. He ended up beating them. Okay. But they gave him trouble. What I'm doing with y'all are coming up with keys to victory. We already know what Canelo could do. But what are the keys to victory for Caleb Plant? If you are a boxing fan, and not just a Canelo lover, if you are a boxing fan, you will want to know what you're about to watch. If you're just going to go into it, Canelo's going to kick his ass, why even watch the fight? But if you think Caleb can have a chance, like any man versus man, you got a pair of arms, a pair of legs, you got a heart, you function just like this other man. If you're not going to go into your life every day, stepping out of bed defeated, always try to think of ways to win in life. Even if you're a Canelo lover, you got to respect what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying Caleb Plant is going to win, but this is his best chance. Let's see what you have to say. No world wound without me, Biz. I need that what you smoking Plant will need to pull a Luis Resto to win tomorrow night for 12 rounds. He might quit. Funny. Preach, brother. 100%. 100%. Can't wait for this weigh-in. Now look. Like I said, Jay Cooley, the man. Jay Cooley's the man. Hey, let's give Jay Cooley the black 2 sugars. I'll never say anything about Jay Cooley. All he does is keep the war room lit. All right. Look, bad breath is better than not breathing at all. Okay, let's call Jay Cooley your bad breath. No, I'm just playing. Look. Make sure you go follow me on Twitter, Biz Adult. Get to the bag. I'm showing you guys how to get to the bag on Biz Adult on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. I showed you guys how to get to the bag. There's a giveaway there. All right. Let me see. Canelo has too much power and skill. Yeah. See, you're Adrian right now. You can't win. But I'm bringing up a strategy. And Caleb Plant may have already thought about this. His trainers, they may have already thought about this because Danny Jacobs did. You want to see? Hold on. I'm a Canelo fanboy, but what you said was facts. Hit the bell. Thank you. I love this comment. I'm a Canelo fanboy. Represent. Don't try to act like you're not. I love Canelo. Everything he does is fantastic. But what you say makes a good, valid point. And if he does that and Canelo still whoops his ass, it just shows you how great he is. Beautiful. I added the last part, but I know what you're saying. If Canelo has a weakness, it is that he does not have particular fast feet. To your point, southpaw create additional space with the open stance. Definitely something that he can exploit in spots. Yes. That's all. You feel me, James West? So let me show you again. Danny Jacobs. in the southpaw, lead straight left. Now, I'm not saying that he's just whooping Canelo here. He's keeping him unbalanced. That left landed right on the chin. He's landing on Canelo now. He's landing on him now. Swimming without getting wet, very comfortably got Canelo at the distance he want him to be. Canelo cannot get in the way he was. If he does, it's not as effective as he was. Because I'm going to show you how beautiful Canelo looked when he was fighting, when Danny Jacobs was fighting orthodox. Okay? Look at this. This is beautiful work. But look at how Canelo was looking when Danny Jacobs fought orthodox. Whoop. I mean, he made Danny Jacobs look like a damn amateur. He made him look like a baby. He was so ready for Danny Jacobs' orthodox boxing stance. Look at him. He's doing an Ali shuffle, having a damn ball. It was more like the Pacquiao shuffle. Pacquiao does that shuffle. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He can't hit him. His arms are down. He's cracking up. Bam. Hit him with the, he can punch him whatever he wants. He's wherever he wants to be. Danny cannot hit him with a jab. Nothing. He got nothing for him. Look, Canelo's out jabbing him. Then he let in with a lead left hook. He's whooping his ass. But what happens when he's southpaw? A little bit different, huh? Bam! That landed flush. He fished in Canelo and countered him. Jab to the body to keep the base, the space, I mean. Look at Canelo. What happened to Canelo? What happened to Canelo? What happened to him? What happened? He doesn't know how to attack anymore. What happened? What happened? He doesn't know how to attack anymore. What happened? Before y'all hit the dislike button, call me capping and stuff like that, just listen to what I have to say. That's a food plan for Plant, but I think Canelo is too strong, and once Canelo touches that body, all Plant is going to do is run. Okay, so let me tell you this. I'm not saying, once again, that Plant will beat Canelo. I'm saying it's a good idea to switch to southpaw for the rest of the fight. But I'm going to tell you this, to that point that you're making here, okay? That's a good plan for Plant, but I think Canelo is too powerful once he touches the body. I think Plant starts running. But here's the thing. Plant has to be great that night. He can't start running. See, for the community, in order to beat a great fighter, you got to be greater that night. Great fighters don't run when they get touched to the body. It's not just the X's and O's, because at the end of the day, Canelo's going to test his stock. Great fighters go past the X's and O's. They go past the game plan. All of a sudden, he tests what you're made of. That happens with great fighters, okay? So I'm not saying just go southpaw. Go southpaw, and you got to be great that night. You do. You got to stand in the fire. You got to plant your feet and give him some funky shots. You got to test his stock if you're going to be great. And I know what you're going to say. Canelo is just going to beat him, quit ShowBizz, don't watch the fight. Caleb Plant should give him the belts right now. That's how you live your life. You quit. But what I'm talking about now on the Facts Friday is how Caleb Plant should approach this fight. He has to be greater than Canelo. And he has to fight southpaw, at least to keep Canelo at bay. That's how he wins. Jacobs caught him with an uppercut when he switched. And the thing about Jacobs' fight, Canelo caught Jacobs. Why didn't Jacobs win the fight after going southpaw? Because Canelo caught him. And when he did, Jacobs broke. He wasn't as great as Canelo. He broke. When he tasted something that hurt, he switched back to orthodox. And then Canelo went on to whoop his ass. You got to be great. You got to be great that night. Lara, he had him. He had Canelo. Canelo started hitting him with hard shots to the body, and Lara ran. Billy Joe Saunders, he had him. He started throwing punches too early. Then Canelo countered it and broke his orbital bone. Austin Trout had him. He had him. Got caught. He just couldn't take it. His body shook and dropped. Okay. Canelo defense will wear Plant down late rounds. Probably. Understand what I'm saying once again. I'm not saying that Caleb is going to win the fight, but this is how. So Justin Gamber's game plan for Plant is stolen from Rocky movies. Funny. Letting the light in. My man, Love from California. My man, hit the Tyson Bear. And that's the Black, 2 Sugars. Everybody hit the like button. What do you think? Now we're going to talk about Canelo's resume. I know my man brought that up. All right. But what do you think? Who put money on Plant? Crickets. Yeah, probably nobody. If so, maybe $20. What point are you making? See, that's what I'm saying. Where's the boxing fans at that can look at game plan analysis and not get too emotionally involved? Not try to troll, just don't get too emotionally wrapped up because you're not Canelo. You're not him. I know you want to be. You're not Canelo. You're me. You're just like me, watching the damn fight from the crib. You don't win. You don't lose. You don't get rich. You don't make money. You're not Canelo. You didn't win with him. He won by his damn self. Him and his team. Relax. Be you. Be your own person. Now, breaking down the fight, we already know what Canelo can do. But this is what Caleb can do that can give him a chance. Okay? Oh, wow, that plan. I'm with Canelo, but a game plan like that is scary. It is. But could Plant keep it all 12? I know, since he has stamina. I know. See, number one, he doesn't have to do it for 12 rounds. He got to do it for 9. Okay? Or yeah, for 9 rounds. Because I'm thinking the first 3, he should fight orthodox. Because I think he's going to have a lead on Canelo the first 3 rounds. Maybe. Because Canelo can mess around and counter him and drop his ass. Okay? Because fighting orthodox, Canelo's going to come out aggressive. And he's going to make a miss. And bam! And boom! Okay, maybe. But if Caleb can take control of the first 3 rounds, he has to switch to southpaw before Canelo start timing him. The stamina issues, that's why I said he has to be great too. He has to be in the best shape of his life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And he has to do what Buster Douglas did. He has to say, no, I don't care where his inspiration comes from. Buster Douglas' inspiration came from his mother passing away and being sick. Okay? You ain't going to beat Buster Douglas that night. All right? He was the giant killer that night. Wherever Caleb Plant draw his inspiration from, he has to be great, though. You can't beat a great fighter with X's and O's. X's and O's is a starting point. At the end of the day, you got to be great. At the end of the day. Let me see. Forgot to mention Canelo chin is special. He has been tested. Yeah, Canelo. Listen, Loso Way. I understand what you're saying. So I'm going to say it with you. All right? You're preaching to the choir, but I'll say it with you. Canelo Alvarez got a great chin. He got great speed. He got good reflexes. He has great determination. He has power in both hands. He's amazing, and he's wonderful, and he's the champion. We good. Loso, we're good. I agree with you. Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest fighters, I've seen in the past decade. All right? I'm with you. We love Canelo too. We can all have a love fest to talk about how wonderful Canelo is. He has great hair. He got freckles. I love the robes when he comes in. Okay, he's a good father. He makes good money. He laughs with his friends. Okay, we got you. We're there. But let's talk about something that people don't think about. Caleb Plant fighting southpaw. Okay? What else we got? 42-1 underdog. And that's accurate. You know what I mean, Sully? I love him too. Everybody, give it to him. Give it to him for the one time. Give it to him for the one time. Where we at? Right now. Yeah. Okay, we got the man loving. We loving the man too. Bow chick. Let's do it. Let's do it for him. Let's do it for him. Let's all love Canelo together. Bow chicka bow chicka bow bow bow. Yeah. We're taking our shirts off. We love you, Canelo. All right. Change of subject. But Biz, thoughts on Lopez speaking out on completion tomorrow. Yesterday. I didn't. I've been looking at breaking down this fight with Plant and Canelo this whole time. Let me see. I don't recall Plant switching in fights. I do. Do you remember any specific fight? I don't. I just want to see how it looks. He switches temporarily. He switches and he comes back. He got to be Terrence Bud Crawford. All right? He has to be Terrence Bud Crawford. Good tip. Thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, I'm preaching. Now, we were ShowBizz. What's up from Mexico? Much love to you. Much love to you. Okay? Now, look. Yes, brother. All good over these ways. Much love to you. Let me see what you have to say. Canelo Chow being there is his inspiration. Yes. Yes, Canelo got inspiration all over the place. We're talking about Caleb Plant. Hey, ShowBizz. In the fight with Canelo, when Saunders had his lead hand down, he was landing shots on him and some combinations. Yeah, the problem is when you have that lead hand down, over time, it gets a little bit slower to raise it up. And that's when Canelo gets you. That's why you got to stay defensively responsible. Caleb, we know what Caleb's going to do. He's going to fight orthodox, have his lead hand low, and eventually Canelo's going to start countering him and hit him with clean shots. And once Canelo hits you with clean shots, it's a wrap. All right. But I'm saying this is how Caleb Plant destroys him. Let me see. Canelo said he's going to pressure for the first round. So I think Canelo's plan is not to let Plant do anything from round one. Yeah, but Canelo also said that Plant's going to be difficult the first 3 rounds. And I agree. His 6'1" size, his speed, his quickness, his reflexes. Canelo Alvarez should look at it that way. That's how you become a winner, by not underestimating your opponent. He's doing the right thing. Canelo's approaching it the right way. Everything Canelo's doing is fantastic and perfect. Okay. Now, the thing about Caleb Plant having some success the first couple rounds is because Canelo's been in there. Laura has some success the first couple rounds, right? Like he knows, right? Colin Smith Kovalev has some success the first couple of rounds. So he knows that eventually he wears down his opponents and he tricks them, and then he start manipulating them and he start putting in his game plan. He knows that over the marathon, he's going to whoop their ass. He's going to knock them out. He knows. And he's just saying the same thing about Caleb Plant. We only saying switch southpaw because it gives Nello a different look. So his timing's off. That's all we're saying. Give that man a chance. All right. That's his chance. Biz, if he switched too early, Canelo can also time him. What I'm saying is this, though. He can't listen. He has to switch before Canelo start timing him, before Canelo start getting in his bag. That's why I say switch early. So if he's successful as orthodox, he got to switch before Canelo emotionally, spiritually start getting in his bag. He got to switch and keep Canelo off his bag at least for 2 more rounds, up to round 5. And stay damn southpaw. Stay southpaw. And when Canelo, he's going to turn up. Canelo will become Canelo. He will be a beast. And when he's a beast, you got to be a beast too. It's no more about X's and O's after that. You got to fight after that. But stay southpaw, because you're going to have success and hit him with some flush southpaw. Canelo will adjust, and Canelo will become a monster. You just got to be a monster too. At that point, everything goes out the window. Just stay southpaw so you can hit him with flush shots. We know what Canelo can do, guys. We are talking about how Plant can make this a competitive, so you can get your money's worth. We're talking about us. We getting our money's worth. People are crazy. Was just talking to a trainer, a training buddy about this. When I started training people, we train both stance evenly. There you go. Boots is an architect of the future boxer. Man, Terrence Crawford wasn't bad either. Let me see what else we gotta say. Did you know that Plant has only lost 4 rounds total in his career? I didn't know that. Y'all call him out easily. Everybody, hit it with
hit the like. Your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
He gotta weather the storm, because it's going to thunder. It's going to thunder worse than anything he's ever felt, ever. He's fighting a great fighter. When you hear Berto talk about when he fought Floyd, he was like, wow, this is why he beats everybody. Okay? He's going to be in there with an all-time great fighter. There's a reason why Canelo's been whooping ass for a long time. Reason why he's difficult to beat. Reason why he loves doing it. Everybody, you tend to love doing things that you're great at. Hey, let's play again. Of course, you're great at poker and you're stealing all my money. Of course you want to play again. Biz, I'm that guy from the future. Plants win. Brother, you ain't from no future, bro. Stop. Will Caleb Hart hold up? I don't know. Because his heart never really been tested. Not the way Canelo's going to test him. Canelo give him that bar exam, bro. Yeah, there's been tests that he's had, but he hasn't tested the bar. He gives him the bar exam, the PE, professional engineering exam. He gives him that exam that the smartest people flunk, that the best fighters flunk. So we'll see. We'll see if his heart holds up. Now look. About real quick, I was asked about Canelo Alvarez's resume compared to Floyd. Floyd's resume is better. All right. A lot of people like to criticize Floyd, but for the same reasons they criticize Canelo. People say everybody Floyd fought was either too young or too old, right? As if Floyd Mayweather stayed at a perfect prime age his entire career. All right. He got old too. He was young too. Okay. But still, that's how people think. All right. Like I said, when I was talking about doers and overdoers. So that's how they look at Floyd. When they look at Canelo, there's an asterisk next to everything. Either it was a catch weight, or somebody was too old, or somebody a rehydration clause, something. Okay. So people are just going to say what they're going to say. Me, I already know better. They both got great resumes. Canelo got the best resume in the world right now. Okay. Of active fighters right now. Floyd resume was better. There were guys that Floyd fought that people don't even bring up. Right? I mean, he fought guys that Angel Man Freddy, people just don't even bring him up. They just don't bring him up. Thank goodness we bring up Chico Corrales, right? Of course you bring up Castillo. People don't bring up how good Chop Chop Corley was. People don't bring up Zab Judah like that. They think of Zab Judah later and say, oh, after Floyd Mayweather did what he did and exposed him or whatever, Zab Judah was never really the same. Zab Judah was a damn monster, period. Right? Baltimore beat him. Nobody brings up Baltimore when Floyd beat Baltimore. Floyd got the type of resume that people don't even bring up. And then when there's great fighters that he fought, people put an asterisk next to it. Now, the second half to that question is, can Canelo's resume get greater than Floyd's? Probably. But the problem is Floyd fought guys who were all-time greats ever. Sugar Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, Cotto, Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he fought guys that was all-time greats ever, right? Now, I know Canelo, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley too, Cotto too, okay? But when Floyd did it, it was a little bit better, all right? But can he? Yeah, Canelo is too young. Canelo mess around and fight at light heavyweight or something. So it can happen, but as of right now, it's hard for me to see it. Floyd Mayweather's resume is just ridiculous, all right? Pacquiao's resume is pretty close. Canelo's resume ain't messing with Pacquiao's. It isn't. All right. You're right. Wouldn't need to win all 12 with 9 rounds on him. He could get the W, but Plant can't let it be a 7-5. Right. Because if it's a 7-5, the favorite of the judges, that's what I'm saying. The fight can't be close. It can't be close. But Saturday, I'm calling that fight right down the damn middle, like I always do. How will Plant act when he feels the power? We will see. We will see. I had questions within myself. How many of you guys had questions about yourself? Okay? That was answered. When I was young, y'all know I donated my kidney to my middle brother, right? When I was young, I couldn't imagine doing something like that. I had a certain type of, I don't know if I can do something like that. When the moment came, it wasn't even a question. I laughed the whole way. I had a ball. I couldn't wait to have the opportunity to give to my brother what he gave to me. which is a beautiful life. Okay? So you don't know what you're made of until the moment. We'll see what Caleb Plant is made of Saturday. Because at the end of the day, it's the X factor that makes the difference. I'm bringing up the X's and O's, but the X factor at the end of the day is Caleb Plant a GOAT? Is he a GOAT? Is he great? We will see. We will see. Canelo said he wants to fight for 7 more years. That's insane. Yeah, over 100 fights easily. Yeah, and he's talking about fighting 5 times next year. Respect. Much love. Facts Friday. It's the Facts Friday, bro. It's the Facts Friday. Let me see what else we got. Caleb gonna bring it. The issue is this, and I love what you're saying here. Caleb's gonna bring it. The issue is this, okay, bro? Caleb can bring it all he wants, but if he brings it orthodox, Canelo's gonna chew him up. He has to bring it southpaw, because at least Canelo's off balance, and then he can bring it. He has to bring it southpaw. He has to bring it southpaw. Everybody who gave him trouble, we lumped. Look, at the beginning of this podcast, I said we lumped Floyd. We lumped Floyd, Lara, Trout, Billy Joe Saunders all together and said they were slick. Floyd won for a totally different reason. We blurred the lines. We all made that mistake. No, this 3 all have something in common. They were slick southpaws. That's why they gave him trouble. Floyd gave him trouble because he's an all-time fantastic fighter. And Canelo was wet behind the ears. Okay? It is what it is. You ain't beating no all-time fantastic fighter when you wet behind the ears. George Foreman was too moist behind the ears to beat Muhammad Ali. Too moist. Muhammad Ali made him look like a child. Canelo said he wants to fight 7 more years. Wait, I just saw something else, though. Is this it? Oh, yeah, we already read this. Okay. If he brings it, it might get hurt in the trenches. It's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight. I mean, tough fight ain't the word. It's almost impossible. But this is how he does it. Make sure you go to follow me on Twitter, Biz Adult. Watch me get to the bag there. Go to Biz Adult on Twitter. You see the ticker down low. And there's 900 people in here. Everybody, if you can, if you like what you're hearing right now, if you like what you're hearing,
hit the like. Your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
Huh? If you respect what you hear.
Everything is worth it seems to me.
Huh? Let me see. If Canelo actually sticks to a 5-fight per year game plan, he could hypothetically get close to 100 fights before retiring. That's nuts for this era. Yeah, Canelo wants to do that. And you want to know what's nuts also? If Canelo does what he's trying to do, he can change the course of boxing for the future. I told you. Why has the words never been spoken? Not everything evolve and go like this. For the most part, things go like this. Fighters were fighting more times a year back then. Then they start fighting less and less time, and it got to an all-time low now, where you got people like the Charlos fighting once a year. You got Gary Russell. Does he fight? But he's still active, okay? Canelo Alvarez can change it back to this. Things go like this. You could mess around and everybody want to be the next Canelo instead of the next Floyd. The young boy, the young people coming up, they not knowing who Floyd is. I don't know who Floyd is. You got a lot of people who say Floyd is the greatest of all time. I don't know who Sugar Ray Robinson is. I didn't know Roy like that, but I knew Floyd, right? I don't know Oscar De La Hoya like that. I don't know Mike Tyson like that, but I know Floyd. Floyd's the greatest of all time. I don't know Muhammad Ali like that. There's some young people who looking up to Canelo now and not even Floyd. And those young people would try to mimic Canelo. Everything goes like this. Not only would it be great for this era, it could be great for the future. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see. No, I think he puts a Tyson Fury and comes forward, but controls him with a jab like Kovalev. Plant said he'll be in his face, and he's a natural 168. That's the heart. If Caleb Plant could stay in the fire, Caleb knows when he say he's gonna be in his face, he knows he gotta fight him. He knows he ain't gonna jab, move, and play the sport of boxing and win. No, it got to become a fight. He got to hurt him, or at least go out trying. When Deontay Wilder said, "Let me go out on my shield," Caleb Plant got to be willing to go out on the shield, bro. This ain't no game. See, fighters try to sometimes win or just put up a good fight against Canelo. That's what Caleb Plant was saying when he said he got somebody in his face and not afraid of him. Because a lot of times people have already conceded, like y'all want him to. A lot of you got on my case, hit the dislike button, don't want me to speak on any opportunity for Caleb Plant to beat Canelo. Because everybody else, that's how they roll. And you probably respect that. You go up against Canelo Alvarez, you already know you're going to lose. Let's see if we can put up a good fight. Soon as you feel that heat, let me drop to one knee. Caleb Plant on the other end, you got to be willing to go out on your shield. You got to sit there, and if it's time to go toe-to-toe, damn it, it's time to go toe-to-toe because you're naturally bigger. You're 6'1". He's 5'8". Canelo ain't a giant. He's 5'8". So use your 6'1". Use your big, broad shoulders. Use your long arms. Use your size. At some point, you're going to have to be there with him, face-to-face. Gary Russell, the biggest talent and letdown. Brother, you ain't lying. Everybody hit the like button. 100%. 100%. We got 1,000 people in here. All 1,000 of you, if you can, hit the like for a brother one time.
Hit the like, your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
And if you haven't, subscribe.
Motherfucker.
We have to say, the weigh-in this morning, I don't know, but I'm taking my wife on a date tonight. And to get ready for the date, I played some Teddy Tender Ass. Sorry, Mom. My mom loves Teddy Pendergrass. I call him Teddy Tender Ass. I don't know why I do it, but I do it, okay? I was playing some Teddy Tender Ass. Come on, come with me. Yeah. Come on over to my place. The funny thing about that song is towards the end, he says to her, they go back and forth. It's kind of like, I really can't stay. Baby, it's cold outside. It's kind of like that. And Teddy Tender Ass say, won't you think about it? Won't you think about it now? And she says, I am thinking about it. Listen to that song. He's like, won't you think about it? Won't you think about it? She's like, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. It's like, if you don't get your rape yet. All right. Here we go. Is Gary Russell still alive even? Funny. Listen. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying. We got 15 more minutes to talk about it. But what say you? I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do y'all thing in the war room. I gave you all I had because I figured it out yesterday. Yesterday after this show, I'm looking. And then I see what Floyd Mayweather said. And Floyd Mayweather said he's a great fighter. And he's going to be a great fighter. But I beat him due to experience. He's rubbing his chin. Experience. You guys want to see it again? Let me let you. It's the smoothest thing in the world. I mean, it was a very romantic scene. I don't know why he was in a romantic spot, but with a shirt. But
he's a tough competitor. You know, he's a real tough competitor, tough fighter. Experience. Yeah. You know, at this big stage, and making adjustments and knowing how to adapt and knowing how to catch shots and knowing how to roll with shots.
Yeah, I beat him because I know how to. I know how to do all that. Roll with the shots, catch the shots. That's how I beat him. But Canelo, I caught him right. You know, I can't catch him at his prime anyway, because I'm about to retire. I'm old as hell. Look at him. He was getting his legs massaged. He couldn't. I'm about to retire. All right. But I caught him right. I got in that ass before he had a chance to develop. All right. When else can I fight him? I can't fight him any other time. Okay. He's going to be great, but that's how I beat him. Experience. I found out, you know what? Let's separate Floyd. What do the others have in common? They're southpaw. My God. When I figured that they're southpaw, what? They all didn't give him trouble for the same reason. Floyd gave him trouble because he's great. The other three gave him trouble because they're southpaw. Because you get some. I ain't trying to read what you got. Turn over pitch in the tent. Gary Russell is being blackballed by the sport, according to Haney's dad. Whatever, bro. I don't. You know, everybody got excuses. I really. Hey, look, I don't care. Are you gonna fight or no? I love seeing him fight. Everything else, I don't even know Gary Russell. I don't. You know, I don't know none of these guys outside of that. Oh, I want to say this too before I go. I want to say this too. Gervonta Tank Davis. When I said, I want y'all to listen to me closely. Listen to me closely. Because stuff is happening that I didn't want to happen. All right? On Twitter and everything. People are trolling Gervonta Tank Davis, and I feel like it's my fault. Okay? What I want to say is this. When I said that I think Gervonta Tank Davis, it's time for him to go on his own and control his own destiny, maybe leave the money team. All right? I didn't say that so it can be a trending, trolly thing. I just give my analysis. I'm not trying to set nothing ablaze. I hate that. I'm not trying to go viral and troll with my statements. All right. I didn't expect everybody to grab it and do what they're doing on Twitter. Okay. All right. So Gervonta Tank Davis, my bad. All right. It was a thought. It was just a thought. But the fact that I got to be careful on social media, bro. I got to be careful because people, with my analysis, I'll say something and people just go haywire. All right. So he doesn't have to leave him tomorrow. He don't even have to leave the money team. I was just saying, look, to be great, it'll be nice to think about that because Roy Jones did it. Hell, Floyd did it. Canelo Alvarez did it. Canelo Alvarez talking about fighting 5 times next year. You talking about Gary Russell getting blackballed, and you seeing Canelo Alvarez take control of his own destiny. All right. Let me see. You only got one career. You only got one life to live. All right. What did Muhammad Ali say? Don't count the days, make the days count. Hit the Tyson bear. Huh? Don't count the days, make the days count. Man, there's we got a limited amount of days here. That's all I was saying. Plant needs to dictate and control the pace of the fight to beat Canelo. Everyone has to do that to beat everybody. The name of the game is hit and not get hit. 100. See, I don't agree. I don't agree. Not always. Sometimes you got to take a man's heart from him. Ask Terrence Bud Crawford. Ask Muhammad Ali. Ask Frazier when he beat Muhammad Ali. Ask AJ when he lost to Usyk. Sometimes. Ask the great fights. Ask Hagler when he caught that right hand from Hearns and still took it to him and knocked him out. Ask Riddick Bowe when he dared to be great and gave Holyfield his loss and took the undisputed title. Okay? Ask those boys, or the lineal. I'm sorry, the lineal. Ask those boys. Sometimes it's not just hitting and not getting hit. Sometimes you can't play boxing. Sometimes you got to snatch the heart from a man. And if you're going to be great, that man's trying to snatch the heart from Caleb Plant. He's trying to snatch the heart from him. Sometimes you got to, when somebody shows their fangs and their teeth, you don't come out with a red towel. Sometimes you got to grow your fangs out and your teeth out. You got to do your claws and your teeth out. You got to do that. All right? Sometimes you got to be a savage. Love you, Biz. My wife and I are at work rocking with you. Oh, man, much love to y'all. Working together. I'm trying to see the path to victory for Plant, but it's tough. And I'm recovering Canelo hater. Still got PTSD from the 18. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Great podcast today. People saying Porter versus Bud is Hagler Hearns, but Gaethje versus Chandler is the real Hagler. Ha! Brother, I ain't calling Gaethje versus Chandler. I have no idea who wins that fight. I have no idea. All right, but there's definitely no Hagler Hearns. Leonard Hearns, perfect example. Yep, you're blowing it, son. You're blowing it, and then Sugar took it to Hearns and took his heart from him. Knocked him through the bottom rope. Have a brilliant date night, Biz. Ms. Biz. Love to your girl. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Ah! J Body, flex on him. Flex on him. See. Whew. Pow! Hard to catch you when I'm on the West Coast. Sorry. What up, War Room? Hit that like one time for Biz. Hashtag Team Texas this weekend. Gonna be lit. My man. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to call the weigh-in tonight because, you know, come me, you know, me and Ms. Biz, come on over to my place, huh? Spend some time with my lady, okay? All right, she's vegan, but I'm getting a steak tonight, all right? So sorry, baby, wherever we go, I'm getting a steak tonight. Now you can have my garnish. Come on with me, super sticker. Thank you so much, James. J Body, flex on him. This is for your other arm. My bad. See, come across the chest. Hammer curls, pow. Thank you so much, my brother. That was dope. And I'm going to say this just to round it out. Make sure you go to KNOX in the Box. KNOX in the Box, link is in the description box. Go to KNOX in the Box if you have children or whatever. It's my baby boy, ShowBizz the child. KNOX in the Box in the link. We already got over 100 subscribers to KNOX in the Box. Thank you so much. Almost 1,000 views all in one day. Thank you guys so much for the support. I mean, beautiful. Thank you so much. And don't forget, I am going live tomorrow for the Canelo Alvarez fight, but I'm definitely going live for UFC 268. I get the number right? So I'm going to be calling the UFC card all night, but I will call the Canelo and Plant fight no matter what's going on. If Canelo, as soon as he starts coming to the ring, I'm calling Canelo versus Plant. The undercard, I'm not into, so I'm going to call the undercard for the UFC fight. ShowBizz for adult. Thank you guys for showing up, showing out. I hope I didn't hurt any feelings. I hope I had a great Facts Friday and everybody. Oh, did you guys have fun? Was I capping? Did I do a bad job? Let me know. Okay, so I can make my adjustments, make sure I give you guys a good podcast every morning. Everything's fine? We good? Turn those dislikes into likes because I didn't say anything crazy. All right? Thank you so much, BK, on the way up. Thank you so much. Great Friday, great show, great job. Thank you so much. I'm out. Huh. Oh, my goodness.